Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Call Haloyam La Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Bahashem Harachak Wadash. That's all praises to the Heavenly Father through His only begotten Son by their true Hebrew names. Double honors to my teachers, the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who rule well and are worthy of their double honors. Peace and blessing to you, Aki, and pushing out this truth across the four corners during these last sections of time. Kwame Yashala, Shalom. And this lesson is going to be entitled, Sometimes You Have to Take Medicine, 2025. Sometimes You Have to Take Medicine, 2025. And this article on the Newsbreak app is entitled, The President Says He Doesn't Want Stocks to Crater, but Sometimes You Have to Take Medicine. Trump says he doesn't want stocks to crater, but sometimes you have to take medicine. All right? And the ideology that sometimes you have to take medicine, which is pretty much saying that in order to be healed, okay, the stocks have to crater. Okay? So sometimes you have to take medicine, but the society is indeed taking the Most High's medicine from the heavens, from Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, which are these judgments. All right? These scourges, okay, whether it be economically, socially, politically, the Lord is sending scourges for amendment. This is 2nd Ezra 16 and 19. It says, Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. And the word amend or amendment means to change. So these judgments, famines, plagues, tribulations, anguishes, all right, earthquakes in diverse places, okay, uproars of the people, economic crash, all those things are scourges for amendment that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, whom the world really calls God, and Jesus Christ is using to shake up Babylon the Great. And this article is no different. The president says he doesn't want stocks to crater, but sometimes you have to take medicine. All right, and the scriptures tell us that Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, man, and made the earth drunken with her wine. This is Jeremiah 51 and 7. It says Babylon had been a golden. I'll start at verse 6. It says, Flee out of the midst of Babylon. And this is talking about not ancient Babylon. This is talking about spiritual Babylon, which is America. All right, Babylon the Great. Okay, that nation of bitterness. Okay, which America goes into bitter, the word marah, which goes into bitter. So it says, Jeremiah 51 and 6, Flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. And who is that her? That's talking about America, Babylon the Great. The Lord is saying spiritually come out of this place, like it tells you in Romans the 12th chapter, be transformed by the renewing of your mind to actually comprehend spiritually what's happening here in Babylon the Great, in America, right before our very eyes, which is an economic crash, political uproars and turmoil, all right, uproars of the people, civil unrest, civil war, all right, violence at an all-time high, and like it tells you, like we went into in 2nd Ezra's, all right, anguish, plagues, tribulation, famine. The economy is in shambles right now. All these different tariffs, all right, which are going to increase the prices of goods, are going to skyrocket. Like it tells you in Revelation, the 6th chapter, a measure of wheat for a penny. So you're going to go into the store and a loaf of bread is going to be the cost of a full day's work, all right, here in Babylon the Great. Just for an example, man. But it's coming to that, all right? So sometimes you have to take medicine, but Babylon the Great is taking medicine from Yahweh Bashim Yahushua in the form of these judgments, plagues, pestilence. Okay, so it says, He will render unto her a recompense. That's right. The Lord revenging. Vengeance is mine, said the Lord. The Lord is going to redeem us and avenge us in the sight of these heathen nations, man. All right? But it's going to come by the way of Babylon the Great, America being taken down economically, socially. Everything is in shambles. The uncertainty of living here in this place has risen, all right? Everyone is uncertain. Tomorrow is not promised, has become a way of living for this society, man. Okay? The uncertainty of things. Well, don't know if you're going to have a job tomorrow. Don't know if prices are going to be skyrocket tomorrow. Don't know if you're going to have enough money to cover these things or that thing. Okay? That's what's happening in the society. Comfortability has gone out the window, and this article is no different. All right? But the Most High is controlling these things. The Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, is rendering medicine onto Babylon the Great. So it says, Jeremiah 51:7, Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. How did Babylon the Great America make the whole entire earth drunken? With its philosophies, its dogmas, its doctrines, its ideologies, all right? MAGA, that's an ideology, that's a doctrine that's in the earth, okay? And that doctrine, just like the title of this article is, that goes along with the doctrine that this society is pushing, man, which is rooted in witchcraft. But sometimes you have to take medicine, all right? Saying that in order for ultimately something to be healed, it has to take medicine. He's saying the stock market blows is likened onto this society, this nation taking medicine in order for it to be healed. But what he's really hinting at, that there's a digital system coming. There's digital currency that's going to be ushered into this society. Revelation 13:16, man. All right? That's really what's being massaged into the backs of you so-called Native Americans, Latinos, and Negroes, man. The fact that this economy is about to crash, all right? And they're justifying it, all right? To push this MOTB system. So let's see if there's some more in this article. I'm finish off in this verse. It says, Jeremiah 51:7, Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. And the nations are sobering up to the fact that the society has done nothing but make the whole earth drunk with Americanization, Westernization, all right? The dollar, worshiping the dollar, worshiping fiat currency. Now they're transitioning to a new system, which is going to be digital, all right? The digital dollar, CBDC system, all right? A digital currency, quote unquote, the NWO, Revelation 13:16, all right? And we know that the agenda of these elites is fashioned in the same, all right? So it's no different, man. So you have to come into that spiritual mindset, or you're gonna just be wood for the fire in these times, all right? So it says, verse 8, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her? Take balm for her, if so be she may be healed. So the Most High is, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. So him even uttering this statement shows that the Most High is in complete control of him, because the Lord says, Jeremiah 51:8 again, Babylon is suddenly fallen, which is America, which we see that by these different plagues that are hitting this place, showing forth that the economy is not the same, never will be. The society is not the same, never will be. The stores aren't the same, never will be. The job force, the labor force, it will never return, man. All right? So it says, how for her? Take balm for her, if so she may be healed. You see? So Babylon the Great is receiving the Lord's medicine, that judgment from on high, that righteous judgment, that indignation in the form of these different plagues, pestilences, all right? Inflation, okay? We're going into hurricane season, strong tempests, okay? Wildfires, extreme temperatures, man. We're seeing all these things because the Lord is preparing the earth for great judgment, all right? So guess what? Take some of that medicine, all right? Some of the Lord's judgment, okay? So it says, I don't want anything to go down, but sometimes you have to take medicine to fix something, you see? The president said on Sunday, which he's saying the medicine is the society taking these different blows and being brought low. But how is that medicine? Medicine is supposed to heal, right? It's supposed to correct something and make it better, fix it. But the scriptures tell us again, I read it, Jeremiah 51:8, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her? Take balm for her, if so she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed, you see? This place is not healed, man. All right? And it won't be healed by anything that can possibly make it seem like, all right, it's transitioning back to the way it was. No, man. All right? The Lord said, Isaiah 24:10, the city of confusion is broken down. The word Babylon means confusion. A ball, confusion. That's what this society is rooted in. Wizardry, witchcraft, confusion, backwoodsness, all right? But the Most High is turning this place right side up with different judgments. That's what you're seeing on the planet Earth today. So it says, let every one of us go into his own country, for her judgment reacheth unto the heavens and is lifted up even to the skies. And that's what you see going on here in America. You got people trying to leave, flee judgment. But the Lord said his judgment filled the earth. It's in Jeremiah. His judgment filled the earth. So wherever you go or try to go, all right, the Most High will be there with you, man. His judgment will be there. That's why you see all the judgments going on throughout the planet Earth. That's the Most High working, man. You don't see it only happening here in America. It's going on throughout the whole entire earth. This is Jeremiah 23:24. Can any hide himself in secret places that I shall not see him? Said the Lord Yahweh. Do not I fill heaven and earth, said the Lord. So the Lord fills heaven and earth. All right? And so do his judgments. That's why you see it going on rapidly here in America. Unexplainable. All right? He can't even explain it himself. He's saying sometimes you got to take medicine. You know? Medicine heals, but this medicine that he's referring to is ultimately going to crash this economy and usher in a new system. That's digital. That's rooted in Revelation 13:16, the charagma. All right? He calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, to receive a charagma in the right hand or forehead, save that he that does not receive it cannot buy, sell, etc. Man. That's what it's coming to. It says, the president said he wasn't trying to tank the stock market when he announced his tariffs. But sometimes you have to take medicine to fix something. The tariffs will affect over 180 countries, having sparked panic in the stock market. And what these tariffs are going to do is sever ties completely and finish off a job well done on America's economy, man. Like the scriptures tell us in Zephaniah 1:9. I'll get it real quick, just bear with me. All right? This is Zephaniah 1:9. It says, Zephaniah 1:10, Salakia, forgive me. Zephaniah 1:10, and it shall come to pass in that day, said the Lord Yahweh, that there shall be the noise of a cry from the fish gate. And the fish gate is the marketplace where commerce takes place. Buying, selling, trading. The scriptures tell you in Ezekiel that America is likened unto the land of traffic. All right? So you got license plates on the back of every car. All right? You got tax. All right? The Lord said, render unto Caesar what is his, but guess what? Caesar don't even have enough this time. All right? And this place is spiraling the drain from every angle. So it says, and then howling from the second and a great crashing from the hills. All right? And that's talking about the stock market. It's completely tanking. All right? And there's nothing that can be done to stop the bleeding in this society. All right? A great crashing from the hills. And if you look up the stock market, all right, images online, Google, whatever images, however you do it, AI, however it is, you'll see the graphs is likened onto hills. So that's what the scriptures was illustrating. All right, the Lord Yahweh Shem Yoshua was illustrating through Zephaniah. All right, hills being likened onto a great economy crash in this time, man. 2025, the hopeful year of our deliverance and the destruction and judgment of Esau, Edom, man. Because lo, it will happen in this time. So it says Zephaniah 1:9, Zephaniah 1:10, Salakia. All right, and I'm gonna see if I can get that fish gate. Let's see if it's gonna say something in there. Let's see if there's something. There's a word I wanted to get. I'm trying to see. Right, it says gate. It says, let's go. Strong City. Sha'er, it says gate of entrance, gate of a space inside gate. It says marketplace, public meeting place. It says a palace, royal castle, temple, court of tabernacle, heaven, city, gate, port. But the key word was marketplace. That's what this is talking about, the marketplace. All right, and that's likened unto the modern day stock market, which is going to crash, which this article is alluding to. It says the president said he wasn't trying to tank the stock market when he announced his tariffs, but he says sometimes you have to take medicine. But we know ultimately this society won't be healed. The judgments from Yahweh Bashim Yahushai are final. So Lord willing, this message was edifying. I'm going to give infinite honors and praises to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Bahashim Harachak Wadash. Double honors to my teachers, the apostles and elders, great millstone. Until next time, Kwame Yashala. Shalom.